Perhaps that.
Perhaps that.
Perhaps that. You're a swine.
No,
You've thrown it all away.
I don't think he has. Given
He's the threat here. Look at this Planeswalker.
Okay, hi everybody, and welcome to 3-Player Politics. I'm Thomas.
And I'm Sam.
And we're going to be your hosts. 3-Player Politics is a fun show all about the shenanigans that happen when you play multiplayer Magic, all the negotiations, all the bullying, all the emotional blackmail, backstabbing, all those good things. Let's get going.
Order!
Okay, so our guest for today, our first ever episode, is Toby. Welcome, Toby, to the show.
Thank you very much for having me.
So we're playing for these two boosters here. We have a prize pool on this show. If Toby wins, he gets the entire prize pool, which is 2 boosters. If one of us wins, if me or Sam wins, then we'll take one of them and we'll leave the other one to roll over to the next time. So it's possible that we'll get a bigger and bigger rollover of prizes as we go on. So me and Sam, we've got 4 decks here. Toby, you've just got the 1 deck. We'll be randomly choosing from our decks, but Toby has, as the guest, has the privilege of not having to randomly choose his decks. As this is a relaxed game, we're not all about smashing face. We're all about negotiating. So me and Sam have a variety of decks here. Sam, do you want to tell me about your decks?
Certainly, from left to right. I have a gate deck, which is very inefficient and was deliberately designed as a training tool for my friends, namely Toby. But it's really fun, I really enjoy it. Next I have a Golgari deck, which is green and black, which is really enjoyable, but it's quite old, so it doesn't synergize that well, and it's very basic. It does what it does, but it's not pretty complicated. This is my red and black deck, which is what I use at Friday Night Magic to try and exploit a few weaknesses of some of the pros there. And finally, this is what I'm really hoping to get, which is my Allshove deck, which is lots of lifelink, lots of extort, lots of black and white shenanigans, which is perfect for this format.
Yes. In terms of me, again, I've got some stronger, some weaker. This one's green-black Grudge, which is okay. This one is red-green aggro, not quite so good. And then I've got a couple here, which is red-green mid-range, not very good, just kind of all the stuff that didn't make it into here, and a ridiculous Chromantical deck. So I really hope that I don't end up with this one, because I haven't even had a chance to test it. It's probably silly. Okay, so Toby, do you want to tell us about your deck?
Yeah, so my deck is a fairly standard green and black deck, which was bought for me for my birthday by the handsome Samuel here.
The handsome Samuel, as we do like to call him. So we'll put links in the description to all of our deck lists of the ones that we do eventually play with, so you can have a look at what's in our decks. So me and Sam need to roll to find out what on earth we play.
Would you like to choose first?
Sure, I'll go first. We'll roll these spin down counters, even though they're not technically proper D20s, but they're rebels like that.
From where to where? From which is low, which is high?
So this will be low. This will be 0 to 5, 6 to 10, and so forth.
Yeah. So I'll shift mine out of the way for you. Oh, it's a 4.
Oh, it's the strong one. Oh dear. Right, well, I've just painted a giant target on my back because this is my strongest deck.
Right, that's it.
Sam.
I really hope I get something strong now. Okay, cool. So, 0 to 5, 20. Come on, something nice night. Fudge.
You play the Gates deck.
Yeah. It works. I know it does work.
Which of Sam's decks have you played against?
I've played against
the Gates
deck.
Okay.
Right.
It's an experience.
It is an experience. And yes. I'm really hoping I can kick your butt, but we'll see. If I beat you with this Gate deck,
you will have all the Qdoses.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Apparently this isn't that deck. Never mind.
Oh, it's a nice surprise for Sam. So what deck are you?
This is in fact the Golgari deck because they're the same colour.
Oh, you're kidding.
Yeah.
So we're all playing green-black.
We are, although
this is the green-black bonanza.
However, mine is a bit weaker than yours, to say the least.
Yeah, well, interesting. That could lead to a lot of graveyard shenanigans.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's shuffling time. So while we shuffle, Toby, do you want to... how long have you been playing Magic the Gathering?
So I first got into Magic the Gathering as a maybe 13, 14-year-old boy. I used to play with my friends at secondary school.
And you're probably not 13, 14-year-old boy right now.
No. That was a very long time ago.
Okay, yes.
That was about 10 or 11 years ago.
Was that
now.
before you had your voluptuous beard?
Yes, indeed.
I wonder what you were about to say.
Although you'd be surprised. I could grow a beard from the age of about 16.
Nice.
So,
I'm feeling a little bit unmanned here. There's a prevalence of
We have
beardiness.
sung songs about Toby's voluptuous beard, which he felt slightly self-conscious about.
Yes, imagine that.
It's an interesting word choice, I will give you that, sir.
Wasn't my choice of words.
Should I be... I've just noticed I'm doing this differently to you guys. Should I be doing that?
No, you don't have to pile shuffle. We generally do, but you don't have to.
I'm just terrible at shuffling your way, so that's
Yes, I'm
probably
slow at pile shuffle and Sam is slower.
This is true.
Fair enough.
But Sam likes to do it really thoroughly because
Yes.
the number of decks I get terrible starting
Yeah,
hands.
that's the thing. Like you get enough bad hands, you're like, I'm going to shuffle this thing so
Yeah.
damn hard.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll cut going round. So
Yep.
I'll cut yours.
Cool. Cutting is just obviously where you cut them up
Yeah.
to make sure that your opponent doesn't have a strategy. So any old random way you choose.
It's just good practice.
Thin slice off the bottom. There you are.
Cool. Hang on.
Slicey slice.
Cool.
Okay, so who's going first?
Well, we better roll for it.
Do you want to roll first?
Why
I
not?
guess. Oh.
Ooh, wow.
Oh.
That's probably going to be a tough one to beat.
Yeah. It is not looking good.
Okay,
okay.
so you'll be playing
So
first.
it's the left, isn't it? Goes left from the whoever goes first.
Yeah, so we'll have a look at our opening hands.
Okay.
Yep. Okay, come on deck.
So even though this multiplayer is usually a casual format, we are going to mulligan to 6 if we don't hit this. If we don't like our opening hands, because it's good to keep. Seeing as we're playing standard, we're not playing official casual, because otherwise that would mean Sam got to use his horrible slagworm deck. So we're playing standard just because I'm terribly mortally afraid of that deck. We may one time do play casual,
You
but
do realise
this is
if-
not that day.
If you big it up too much, it will flop.
Well, yeah, I mean that's
mean,
my plan.
it has
That's the only plan I have.
It's never flopped before, but there's always a first time.
Yeah, well, apart from when you got mana screwed, like
Yeah, well,
That can always-
there's pretty much no deck where you can't go. So I'm going to mull again because I had a horrendous opening
well,
hand.
do you know who gets to say whether they're mulliganing first? You do, because you're on the play.
I am happy with my
You're
opening
going to
hand.
keep.
I'm
You're going to
mulliganing.
mulligan. I'm going to mulligan.
Cool.
More
Oh, wow.
shuffling.
That's
Bosh.
a
There you are.
difficult one.
Uh oh.
And I've mulliganed to 7. So, I don't have I? Yes, I freaking have.
Sam.
Damn, I've been playing casual.
Oh, Samuel. Of the two.
Do you know what,
More than
Sam? I'm
likely.
going to copy you too. I'm going to mulligan down, just to make you feel good.
This is true.
What are you going to do, Sam?
It's pretty terrible, but I'm not sure if I dare go any lower. I'm going to keep it.
Okey-dokey. I'm going to keep as well. So
Okay.
off you go, Toby.
Right. Well, I am going to lay down a swamp,
Lay it down, bro.
and I'm done.
Excellent.
Go,
I
Sam.
shall pick up because I'm on the draw. Could be nice. I should play a swamp as well, possibly from the same set. No, it isn't. Tap it.
Mhm.
Can you guess what it is, Tom?
Is it a Slitherhead?
It
Sam?
is a Slitherhead. So this
Brilliant.
is a 1/1 with which costs 1. It's Scavenge 0, which means that if it's in my graveyard, I can put a 1/1 counter on a target creature. if I
Basically, he
draw.
really wants that dead. He wants it more in his
Okay.
graveyard than he wants it alive. So
Okay.
don't give it to him.
But it makes an excellent chump blocker because, like, well, go ahead.
Yes, because I
Hey.
wanted it in my graveyard.
Anyway, off you go, Tom.
Right. Let's see. What does this deck got for me? Forest, tap, Glade Cover Scout, which is
Yeah.
1/1 with
Oh my
hexproof.
I'm getting left behind.
Off you go.
Right. Well,
Sorry.
let's go for a forest, and that's it.
Okay. Interesting. You must have some high-powered stuff in
In
that hand.
3-player, you can afford to. That's
Yeah, you can
somewhat
afford to be a
weird.
bit slower in
Yeah.
3-player.
I should play this Golgari Guildgate. Comes a
Tapped,
battlefield tapped. And pass the turn to Tom.
yeah. Okay, untap. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? Well, I'll have a swamp.
Cool.
I'll hit you for 1, Toby.
Oh,
wow.
You swine.
Well,
Well, there I go.
I don't want to attack him because I don't want that Slitherhead in the graveyard.
Nor does he want
fair
that to
enough.
die before he's got something cool to put on it. But that
Okay.
was a very aggressive play.
Tap,
from Tom.
tap, Lotless Troll,
Yeah.
which is
You troll.
it's 2/1 with trample. Discard a creature card, put a +1/+1 counter on it, and black to
Regenerate.
regenerate it.
Yeah.
I'm afraid this is my powerful deck.
Okay.
I'm hoping there's stuff I can do
Off
about
you
it.
go.
Okay.
In fact,
Okay.
I am mainly gunning for Sam in this because I know what his deck can do.
yep, and I shall soon demonstrate.
There goes another
You
swamp.
might not
Mhm.
want to play another creature because I want to do something to Tom.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Are you going to do board sweeper already?
What sort of man would have a board sweep of a 2 mana?
A very aggressive man.
Wow.
A man like you, Samuel.
Yes.
I'm done.
Cool.
Interesting.
Slow start.
Yes. You must have a handful of powerhouses.
Yeah, you would think so, but
I shall play this forest.
Yes.
Then I shall tap these 2, black and green,
Yes.
and give all creatures -1/-1.
Sam, you are a terrible person.
And because of all mana tap, I guess you can't do anything about that.
Well, you might think that, but I'm going to discard a creature card, give him a +1/+1 counter.
Yeah.
So
Can you
he
do that
goes in the
for
graveyard.
free? Yes, you
Yeah,
can.
you can do it anytime you like.
Terrifying. Oh well, at least you've used up that. So,
Well,
Let's
you
go
say
down.
that, but if you have a look at Jared, he'd quite like to be in the graveyard, just like your Slitherhead.
well.
I don't think I'm going to do very well in this.
Don't worry, we're both going to attack each other
Oh,
and
that's
see
good,
what you
by the
do.
way.
Oh yes, of course it is. Thank you for filling up my graveyard, Sam. I like
You're
my graveyard
welcome.
to be full, as well you know.
Mm.
Is it my turn, Sam?
It is indeed your turn.
But he did get his own Slitherhead into the graveyard.
Hmm. And I've made you discard something already, and I've got rid of something that's hexproof, which late game can be really terrifying.
True, true, true. Okay. What are we going to do? I'm going to hit Sam
Oh wow!
for 3. Also, I'm attacking him with my creature.
So I go down to 17.
Yep. Tap tap for Commune with the Gods.
Yeah, brilliant.
So I'm going to have a look in my graveyard. I generally, because creatures are so important to my deck of what is in the graveyard, I generally stack all my creatures on the top just so both me
Okay.
and my opponent can find out what's in there faster, because it's usually creatures that are the most significant thing. So
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out of that, I think I will take. I might take the Marauder.
That's an interesting choice.
So the rest go into my graveyard. And then I will play out a forest, and off you go.
Okay. Well, I'm going to draw from my hand there.
Excellent. I strongly suggest an alliance at this point, Toby, just in case.
Are you afraid? You afraid?
There are things I can do about Tom, but
But
basically everything needs to go just right.
you are looking particularly beautiful, Sam. There's a light behind your head that, as you
Yeah,
move in
yes.
and out of it, it kind of outlines you in a golden glow.
So I'm not playing a.
We might fix that for the second game, but it looks quite fetching for now.
I should enjoy that later.
Do you mind if I just take a look at your...
Oh, go ahead.
Whatever
Yeah.
that thing there is.
It's Lotless Troll.
Okay.
Yes.
Have I put anything down yet? I can't remember. I don't think I have.
No.
Put anything down as
Land.
As in land.
No, you haven't
No,
played land
this turn
time.
you haven't. No.
Okay, in that case, I'm going to lay down a forest.
Oh.
Okay.
And then I'm going to play Asphyxiate
Ooh.
on that thing there.
Well, that's
So-
unpleasant.
It is.
Destroy
I
target's
can't help by
untapped
pumping it,
creatures,
so
yeah.
into the graveyard it goes.
Very nice.
I thought you said you were scared and you were going to hunker down.
Well, there you are.
How rude.
Good play, Toby.
It's the innocent ones.
Right,
doing
well,
what's
if
awful.
it's like that,
Wow.
if it's like that, I'll take you both down.
Don't worry.
Pull no punches, sir.
This is all because of the 1/1, isn't it? A single attack with a 1/1, and he
Oh.
just goes crazy.
I just took it personally.
Okay, well, is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
Cool.
Okay.
Thank you, Toby. I think together we might just stand a chance of me winning.
It'd just kill you as soon as I'm out of the picture. It'll all just turn on you. Don't trust him, he's tricksy. Tricksy.
Now, what do we want to do to Tom?
Nothing. You cannot do anything.
That's it. Now, Tom, who am I more frightened of? The guy who has the deck he uses at F&M, which has kicked my butt before, or the guy who I bought a pre-made deck for?
You bought a pre-made deck for me as well.
I
it's just
did.
slightly longer ago. And they've put a few cards into it.
Yes, basically just right. Let's see. Yes, that could give me a slight edge.
Sam's thinking time.
Yes. Yes, I don't think you'd be able to cope with that, actually. Let's do that.
Sounds like a challenge.
See, I did play a
that
land
is.
this turn, so I shall do it this way. I shall play these Gerard's Orders.
What are you going to order, Sam?
I am going to search my deck. So I search my deck for 2 cards.
Uh-huh.
One goes into the graveyard and the other goes into my hand.
Yes.
So, still ahead?
Right. Is that going in your graveyard?
Potentially. So I reveal these. There are some cards like Diabolic Tutor where you don't, which is hilarious.
Yeah.
Unless you are using it to get a land, which I have been forced to do at times. It just feels like
Ouch.
such an enormous waste. But it has won me the game before. Yeah. Fortunately, there is only one of the card I want in this deck. Where are you? Where the hell are you?
Ding, 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 ding,
There you are.
ding.
And this giant Ediphage.
Oh, yeah.
So it's
Well, that doesn't sound
7/7
nice.
with trample, and
that is bad.
whenever it
Yeah.
deals combat damage to a player, I get a copy of it.
That needs to die. So presumably that's going into your hand.
No, it's going straight onto the battlefield.
What?
I'm lying.
Okay.
Surely that's not how that works.
If that was how that works, there'd be Ulamog in here if it was casual. That would be hilarious. Right, so this goes straight into my graveyard, this goes into my hand.
Okay.
Cool, so yeah, this also goes into my graveyard. Cool, and then I shall tap this for green and this for black. Search the library and play this Gate Creeper Vine, which is a 0/2.
We just need to take a break while Sam just repeatedly searches
yes.
his library.
Well, then I reveal this forest.
Okay, so it's fairly quick.
Yep. And
Is that the end of your turn?
as apart from shuffling and putting things back into my hand, yes.
Okay.
I did play
So,
land this turn, so didn't I?
I
So,
might as
yeah.
well just go ahead.
Yep,
then.
you go ahead.
Thank
I
you very
shall-
much.
Yeah, cool.
Hmm.
All right, cool. All right, Toby, I think we've got this.
Okay.
Gilgate tapped. Nyx Weaver. Go.
Cool.
That's the one that puts stuff into my graveyard and I
Yep.
can rescue stuff out of
Yep.
my graveyard.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
Sneaky. Right.
Yep.
Okay. Well,
Yep,
I'm
off
going to
you
put
go.
these bad boys back.
Cool.
Draw.
Mm-hmm. Well, I can just about see your hand if you hold it like that, Toby.
Wow.
I didn't get a good look
Must
at
be
it.
your
though.
lucky day. Right. Then.
He only told you that once he'd had a good look. Make sure I didn't get a good look, basically.
I am going to tap those for black, and then these 3 colourless.
Ooh.
Keepsake Gorgon.
Ooh. What's that do? Death touch?
Death Touch, Monstrosity 1.
4, 5, 6, 7. And what's it do?
Destroy
when it
target
gets-
non-Gorgon creature an opponent controls.
I'm
Nice.
feeling a bit outranked by the large creature that's there and the large creature that's about to come out. Well, it's good news that you can deal with his 7/7
Yeah,
because
true.
I haven't got anything to deal with that.
Yep. Cool.
So you can either block it and go, you're dead, or, I mean, it's got trample, hasn't it? So you will take a few points of damage, but
Yeah,
at least it'll be a 1-for-1
Yeah,
there.
I'm
Takes
not
away the
gonna-
edge, doesn't it?
I'm not going to get for you, Toby. Don't you worry.
Good. Okay, well, that's me done then.
Awesome. My turn. I should play this forest.
Okay.
What was this do again, Mario?
Yep.
Reach at the beginning of your upkeep. But yes, that does look quite nasty. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to tap
Don't you do it.
these 5.
Don't you do it. You son
I'm
of a
going to play
gun.
this Veraska the Unseen,
Oh, and you're going to minus her.
who is a planeswalker. Her +1 is until the next turn, until my next turn, sorry. Whenever a
You're going to leave yourself super vulnerable if you minus her.
Well, I would, but you know, I mean, I would be able to deal with those shenanigans. However, I plus her. Yes, that's a tough decision. Anyway, so she goes on the battlefield. She starts with 5. Her -3 is destroy target non-land permanent. and her -7 is put 3 1/1 Black Assassin creature tokens with whenever this creature does combat damage to a player, that player loses the game.
Yeah.
Which is kind of hilarious.
So he'll probably be able to kill us both in one turn once he's estimated our defences. So I believe Sam is becoming the target
Yes,
here.
I'm starting.
He's got a
to
7/7 in his
sense
hand.
that, yes.
He's got a planeswalker on the field, and he's still saying that I'm the threat. I don't think. Think this is
given how well your deck works. I don't know. Could I have some dice, please, to mark the?
I thought you had counters. Where are your counters?
do. They're upstairs, and I don't want to demike.
Sam, you are a lazy man.
Well, if you want me to, you're the man who'll have to edit it. Right, so there's 5, and let's see. I want to use plus or minus ability. I don't want you putting things in your graveyard, so I'm gonna.
It's pretty low powered though, Sam. To be honest,
it's because you're advising me not to. I'm gonna do it. So that dies.
Fine.
Now, Sam, I like you, but you must be stopped.
Yeah, but trust me, Tom's graveyard, once he pulls stuff out and it's not nice.
Okay.
Anyway,
He's saying that I might be threatening at some point in the future. He's threatening now.
Yeah. I've got to go with what I see.
Got to go with the board state.
Yep.
Off you go, Tom.
Right. Well, let's see.
I can assure you, Tom is much more likely to kick our butts.
Yeah, not if I keep drawing like this.
Yes, but I didn't know how well you're drawing. I'm hoping I've slowed you down enough, but I don't know.
Okay. Swamp. Alright, I'm going to tap these 4 to float 2 green, 2 black. Sacrifice Swamp and a Forest to get Jared into my hand.
Oh, yeah.
And because I've got 4 mana floating, I will then play Jared. So he is currently a 1, 2, 3.
Jared, what a lad.
Yep.
He's only a 6/6 currently.
Only a 6/6. He does
only a 6/6.
Yeah,
Okay.
he does get nastier if Tom mills himself, putting cards into his own graveyard. So good job I killed that. Otherwise, that would get much stronger. So yes.
He has got a 7/7 Trampler in his hand. I will remind you this, and a Planeswalker on the field.
Yes.
Past the turn.
Okay. Right. Well, let's put all this back. Draw.
Feel free to destroy a target non-golden creature when you want the mana, which is 6/6.
Excuse me.
Unfortunately, a Planeswalker is not a creature.
Sadly. Is that an 8/8 at the moment? Because it gets plus, so it's 6 creatures in the graveyard.
Yes, it's...
So it's an 8/8.
No, it's... hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4... No, there's only 4 creatures in the graveyard.
Oh.
So let's put that on... Let's make that 4, and then it's 4 plus the 2.
Yeah,
so it's
gotcha.
6/6.
Cool.
Yeah, you confused me there for a moment. Sam.
Yeah, I thought you probably did it right, but I wanted to double check. Sure.
Okay. So there's 1 black,
Ooh.
3 colourless,
Uh-huh.
and I'm going to bring out my
Gilding?
Razored Centaur.
Oh.
Return Centaur, sorry.
Razored Centaur. It's had a nice trim.
If you were going to mill, bear in mind that milling Tom is a bad idea. You might want to mill yourself, or you may want to mill me. When he enters the battlefield, I believe,
Yes, I think I will direct that to you.
Oh, excellent, thanks. So it's 4, is it?
Yes.
4, cool.
It does power up both of us.
1, 2,
Oh, yeah.
3.
I just
4.
can't win.
That's
That's terrible. That's 3
Yeah.
lands and a Deadly Recluse, which you can't do anything with when it's in the bin.
Yep.
Nicely
If
done.
only there was some I could return it to the battlefield.
Yeah, it's expensive.
Yeah, probably not worth it for Deadly Recluse. Anyway, cool. Is that the end of your turn, or are you going to attack?
No.
Cool.
No.
Excellent. I shall untap everything. Pick up. Thank goodness. I should play the Swamp.
Mm-hmm.
I think I should use her plus ability.
Bad things are happening.
So now, so if anyone attacks, they will get destroyed if they deal
Any
damage.
creature that deals damage to her until his next turn will be destroyed.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes, but yeah, there are certain effects like indestructible.
She was super vulnerable. You could have attacked her and killed her.
Really?
Well,
it's
not-
game.
She was on 2.
No,
Oh
he
yeah,
had
you've
his
got the
old-
Gatekeeper
old
Vine.
Gate creeper
Yep.
there.
I shall tap these 4
Excuse me.
and play this Dead Bridge Goliath. So this is a 5/5 for 4. It has scavenge. If I pay 6, if it's in my graveyard, I'll get 5 +1/+1 counters to a target permanent. So yeah, feel free to kill it. Awesome. Do I want to do any scavenging at the moment? Probably not, actually. Cool. Yes, I shall pass the turn to Tom.
Okay. Let's see what we can do. Hmm.
For the record, I never actually got to do the assassin thing ever.
Okay.
Yes. Not a whole lot of helpful things here.
Good. I'm hoping you're just going to get mana screwed because you're a bit behind.
Yeah, well, thanks to having to sack 2 lands.
Yeah, that was a shame.
Yes, I'm sensing your sympathy. Okay, so Sam's got a couple of lands up, so he could be doing something tricky.
And I ever do something tricky.
You've got a couple of lands up. Yeah, it's not ideal. I think I'm just going to play out this guy. Even though he's got haste and intimidate till end of turn. Yeah.
I mean, you could attack me because none of my stuff's black.
True.
However, it would die.
Only if I attacked her.
There is true, yes.
Yeah, I think I'll just hit Sam for 2.
For 2, you would do. Oh well, I go down to 15.
Okay, end of my
That's the
turn.
damage effect.
Okay.
Go Toby.
Well. Interesting. Okay. Well, there goes another forest.
Uh-huh.
So we're developing our nice board stall here.
Yes.
So we're seeing what cracks it.
Mm.
Right. 2 for colourless.
Uh-huh.
1 forest.
Uh-huh.
There's a next born wolf.
Oh. That's the 3/1 which you can bestow.
Are you bestowing it or just casting it normally?
I'm going to cast it normally.
Cool.
As a cute little wolf.
Hmm.
And then that'll do me.
Cool. For the record, I don't know if you know, you can obviously attack a planeswalker directly, but then I can block it.
Yeah.
It's a bit like attacking player. I shall pick up. Interesting. Right, and I shall do her. I'll do her plus ability. So now, if anything attacks, deals damage to her, it will be destroyed. Sadly, that doesn't include players, so you can't troll red players with it.
How high is her minus? It's -7.
No, it's -17. You're misreading that, I assure you.
You're a liar. You're a damn liar, Samuel.
Let's see. Thinking time.
Ding, 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 ding.
No, I'll not like to wait, but yes, that is going to have to wait. Cool. I'm just going to pass the turn to Tom.
Interesting. Well, he's just waiting till he powers up with his thing. He's not even playing out his 7/7 yet, which is interesting.
Yes.
Has he not got enough land to play it, or is there some other plan at play?
Yeah, I'm just keeping my defences up. Don't need one more land.
I mean, he gets up to 7 on that, he can pop it. So that's going to be 3 turns, 3 rounds, and then he'll be able to do that.
Presuming I want to sacrifice her. Do feel free to request that I Do feel free to request that I destroy one of his things. I should definitely consider that.
Yeah. How unpleasant. He's got all of his land untapped. I am suspicious.
Good.
And you've got 2 cards in hand.
Yep, 2.
So we know that one of them is that 7/7. So there's only 1 card, which could be a tricksy combat trick.
Well, this deck has any of those, of course. It would be perfectly safe to attack me.
Yes. Yes.
Or Vraska, for that matter.
Well, I don't really trust what you're up to, so I think I'm just going to tap all these, sacrifice this dude to do 2 damage to both of you.
With whose ability, or?
With that ability.
Oh, of course, yes, it's life equals. Yep, cool. So we each lose 2, was that so?
Yep, and he ticks up 1, because there's 1 more creature in the graveyard.
Cool, so I'll go down
Nothing
to 13.
personal, I'm afraid of him, not you.
No, that's fine. You gotta do what you gotta do.
Yep.
13. Okay, that's getting within acceptable. And pass the turn.
Okay, there you go.
Just to warn you, Toby, if I go down, then you're left alone with Tom. It gets quite risky for you then.
Yeah, given the way this deck is playing today, not really.
Yes, well, thanks to that, I may have to take that thing down.
Okay, I'm going to drop an old swamp there.
Cool.
Okay.
As opposed to a new swamp.
Yeah.
I think that's a Theros swamp.
It
so
is
it's not particularly
technically a
old.
new swamp. Also, I can see your hand if you do that.
Well, there's nothing interesting in there anyway.
Apart from
I
actually
don't
gathering
care.
cards.
Right, and then...
I assure you Tom's the bigger threat.
go ahead.
He lies. He's
there's
got a
2 black,
planeswalker and 2
and then
creatures.
2, 4, 5 for
You've
colourless.
got a lot of land there. I'm a little envious of your land supplies. It's a monstrosity.
Power before my land. So I get
What are you
+1/+1 on
destroying?
that, and I'm going to destroy this bad boy.
And it's not a creature, I'm afraid. I did mention that.
Have you, because it's an illegal target, you can have target something else. Perhaps the
Perhaps that.
Perhaps that.
Perhaps that.
Well, that would give me a slight buff if it was in the graveyard, and also that can keep on going, keep on sacrificing. You can bring it.
Yeah, keep on sacrificing all the other creatures I have on the board, which is none.
Well, yes, but it will get stronger the more you mill yourself.
Oh, do you know what? I'm going to make a decision that I think is going to make me quite unpopular.
Well, any decision.
Go for that
Yes.
Any decision is going to make you quite unpopular with one of us. Right,
but very
okay,
popular with me. I promise I won't attack you until Tom's dead unless you really go for me.
Wow! How easily is Sam bought? Bought and sold.
Wow.
Is that the end of your turn?
Do you know what? I'm going to be really mean and just...
Nice.
you with it.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
Go
It's
on,
like
why
that. So
not?
this needs a counter on
Oh,
this.
yes.
So it's now a
That's
3/6.
3/6.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow. So I guess I take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Mhm.
They're all attacking me. It's 8.
Yes.
8 because that's monstrous. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yes. So.
Okay.
was less
I'm
than
down
that.
on 12.
Excellent.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
Don't
Don't hate me.
Really? You've just ensured that Sam will win this game. You've
No,
thrown it all
I
away.
don't think he has, given what
He's
you're
the
thinking.
threat here. Look at this planeswalker.
It can't do anything to Toby. Anyway, sorry, Toby, is that the end of your turn?
Yes, I believe so.
I think you just saved my butt there. I was really scared. Right, cool. So, I shall use her first ability.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's absolutely no point destroying one of Toby's things. And then I shall attack Tom. Oh, no, wait. I shall first scavenge these 2 Slitherheads.
For 0.
For 0, so they don't cost anything to scavenge. And could I have a dice for +1 counters, please, Tom? So that I gets 2 +1/+1s.
So he's now 7/7.
Yeah, he is, and I shall swing for you for 7.
Right, I'll take 7. Because I
Good.
can't do anything about it.
You're somewhat bitter about this fact.
So I'm on 5. Wow! In one round, in a couple of turns from you
that's
guys, I
nature
go
of-
down from 20 to 5.
It's a cruel game.
It is a cruel game.
Oh dear.
Right, let's see if I can do the maths. Nope, that doesn't work.
Toby. I thought we were getting on so well.
How many cards in your hand, Tom?
2.
I'm just a bad man.
I shall tap these 4.
Mm-hmm.
It's a slight waste, but never mind. And make you discard 2 cards.
Oh man.
You're a swine. You are a swine.
So this goes in my
What I
graveyard.
just put in the graveyard.
Oh man, that's hilarious. Well, you can always sacrifice some lands
Jared.
for it.
Yeah, and with all the 4
I
that I
shall
could
tap this for green and tap this last one for black.
Uh-huh.
And play this Deadly Recluse,
Right.
which is a 1.
Is
sorry,
it my
2/1
turn
visit.
now, Sam?
It is indeed your turn, Tom.
Goody.
Does that have death touch?
It does,
Yes,
it
it's,
has reach.
it's a
and
1/2
death
reach
touch.
death touch.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. Alright, well, it's my only play. Lotless Troll, go.
Okay.
Carefully, might discard. Oh wait, he hasn't got anything in his hand.
Oh, way to pour salt in the wound.
Shock. Horror.
Right.
Can't even swear vengeance on both of you because I don't want to fight against both of you again.
Right. Okay. There's a swamp.
Uh-huh.
I am going to.
Loads of lands.
Yeah.
Yeah, how much land have you got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3,
9.
4, 5.
Damn, that's
9
quite a lot.
altogether. Right, okay, so I'm going to tap 3 of these,
I'm envious.
2 of these.
Yeah.
I'm going to do Raised by Wolves
Oh.
on my keepsake Gorgon.
Oh my.
So
Wolf tokens.
that gives me 2 +1/+1 wolf tokens.
Oh,
and the enchanted creature gets
+1/+1 for each wolf, isn't it?
+1/+1 for each wolf, so that's 3 because
So
I've got
that's 2.
Ah,
this
of
bad boy
course,
as well.
yes.
Are they 1/1 wolf tokens?
I believe they're 2
Yes.
2s, aren't they?
Oh yeah, sorry, 2/2 green wolf tokens.
Okay, well I've got some 2/2 creatures, but
We'll just
it
pretend they're wolves.
maybe just
So it
use
gets-
two.
So it's
two,
+1/+1.
Oh, that's actually a
3, 3. I do have some upstairs, but it's probably not worth demiking.
just have 2 of those
Well,
there.
I
So
mean,
they're
they're
both
both
wolves.
They're wolves.
Yeah.
Right,
So he's
that's,
now a-
I've lost count. So it's already monstrous. So that's
Mhm.
so it's 3/6
Mhm.
plus 3/3.
So it gets how much for each wolf?
1.
Okay.
Oh,
So 3, 6, 4, 6, 5, 6, 5, 8.
Mm.
5, 8?
is that
Maths,
with
ladies
3
and
wolves?
gentlemen. One of those
Flipping
key
heck,
skills.
Yeah, so it gets +1/+1
Okay.
from each wolf. The big
And
wolf
that's
3 bit.
that's
There's
3
camera
wolves.
now.
Yes.
Yeah.
3 wolves.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's my next one.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a 6, 8.
6, 8.
Is that including monstrosity?
Yes.
Yep. 3, 4, 5, 6. And 6, 8. Yeah, because the tough.
Isn't
Oh
it
no, 6, 9.
6, 9.
Yeah.
We got there.
6, 9.
We got there.
Well done. Okay.
6, 9.
6,
And
9.
what are you going to do with the 6, 9?
I would advise not attacking me because I'll be forced to kill it.
Yeah, I think I'm going to stay put for now.
You could always attack that if you really wanted to.
No, I feel like I've been too mean to Tom already.
I feel like you haven't.
Just a lingering death now, guys.
Yes, I will stay.
Cool.
He's really
So sorry,
building
that
up.
means you ended your turn.
Yes, sorry.
Cool.
You're
yeah,
really
so-
building up your defences against the inevitable Sam huge attack.
Yeah, the massacre that is to come.
Okay, well, I can assure you, Tom, I
I mean, a
wouldn't want your
6-9
death
death touch is quite
to be
scary.
lingering. Let's see, what's the most efficient way of
That's how I
doing
roll.
this? Yeah, let's do it this way. So I'm going to use her second ability to put her down to 2.
Yes, and what are you destroying?
I'm going to destroy that.
Right, well, I have to tap that to regenerate it.
Cool. So now that taps, I believe.
Oh, damn.
Yep. And then I'm going to attack you with this Deadbridge Goliath.
That's lethal, I'm dead.
Excellent.
Now you shall face the fury.
Oh dear.
Yes.
So now Tom leaves the game. That's everything. Cool.
Are you doing anything else in your turn?
I'm
Obviously.
thinking in my turn.
That was well played.
Thank you very much.
Now is the time to kill this planeswalker, because planeswalkers, the longer they stay on the field, they can just keep doing stuff at no cost, no land cost. So
Okay.
because it's down to 2, it's only going to take 2 top points of damage. Of course, you need to get past his blockers, so you'd probably need to attack it with your whole team. And
Yeah.
Death Touch doesn't matter on planeswalkers.
No,
Um,
thankfully. Cool. So
Go, Toby. Even though you ensured my demise, I'm still on your team.
Thank you. You're a better man than I am. Is it?
It's a Sam,
sorry.
Sam that struck
Yeah.
the killing blows.
because because obviously it would be Tom's go, except thankfully he's no longer with us.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I can see your hand if you do that.
Well, okay,
We're
so
very honourable here at 3-Player Politics.
Yeah.
Even as we treacherously backstab each other, we're very honourable.
okay, so I've put down yet another swamp. Good
Good
grief,
grief.
I'm running out of room on
Yeah,
this table.
Feel free to move some of Tom's stuff to get some.
Yeah, just move my stuff, I'm dead,
Well,
doesn't matter.
Tom, in the lore, you're a corpse on a mountain somewhere, just sort of kicking you, and you're dead
Don't
things out of the
quote
way.
lore at me.
How many times am I allowed to do monstrosity?
Just
Just
once,
once.
I'm
Once
afraid.
it's monstrous, you can't do it again.
Bums. Right,
No.
okay.
Sorry.
That'd be kind of insane.
Yeah,
if you
your
could.
your mana flood, it will not help you in that way, I'm
Right.
afraid.
Okay, well, in that case...
Once something's even if something took away the monstrosity counter on it, like the counters on it, it's still been monstrous.
Yeah,
so
and there are a
it's-
handful of
okay.
cards in the game that can do that.
Yeah,
that's fine.
At least in the current standard.
It's something to bear in mind.
Mhm.
Once it's just a thing that's happened, it's
Draw
now
of
been
the
monstrous.
Okay. Now, hypothetically speaking, if
Mhm.
I were
Yes.
to attack you with
Mhm.
all I got, you
Yeah.
could block my
Two
keepsake
things.
Gorgon with your
Dead recluse,
Dead
and it would
Recluse
die.
and
Yes.
kill it.
Yes.
Mhm.
Oh, well, I don't want that.
Yes.
Well, you probably need to use a death spell on the Deadly Recluse first, then.
Yeah.
Or
well,
use some clever minus, say, I don't know, kill your own, lose some Cotoblacus, or however you pronounce it, or make it minus. But you would obviously need some more minus. Cool.
Or you could just attack the Planeswalker with just the wolf, because even though that'll take your thing down a little bit, it's not your key creature. So either he blocks it with the Gatekeeper Vine, in which case he loses the Vine, or he blocks it with that, it's a 1/1, or he doesn't block it and that dies. All of which aren't particularly good options for him, but you're forcing him to. I mean, you could even attack with the Centaur as well, because it's a good blocker, but it depends how badly you want. Because then he would need to block with both, and he would lose 2 creatures, and you would lose 1 creature. So I think what I would do in your situation was probably, although it could be costly to you, I would probably attack with both creatures against Vraska, seeing as his big beating stick is tapped, and you will be able to defend against it on your turn.
This is true.
Yeah. Am I allowed to give loads of advice to the surviving player?
Especially since
I'm a spirit advisor. I'm like Obsidat. Yeah, bro.
There you are. I'm a beginner. I need all the help I can get. Right. Okay. Well, in that case.
Oh yeah, you've got the wolves as well.
Yeah. So attack on all fronts.
Attacking me or Vraska?
Can I choose?
Yes.
You can, yes.
Each creature you can attack, you choose whether it's attacking Vraska or him.
Okay.
You can divide them up.
Well.
So given that he could use his 2 blockers both to defend Vraska. If you definitely want Vraska to die, I would attack it with 3 creatures.
Okay.
And then have the other one just go to his face.
Okay. Okay, let's go for these 3
On
Vraska.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then this one's just
On me.
That makes a lot of sense.
Cool.
How are you blocking, Sam?
Well, I can't save Vraska because there's all of those things. So I might as well just avoid taking the 3.
Okay.
So I block that with that, and this dies, and Vraska dies, and I believe I take no
It's a
damage.
0/2. How does his wolf die?
Sorry.
Silly me, yes. Yeah. It hasn't got 1 power. I haven't. I was thinking about scavenging something onto it, but I didn't. I'm a noob.
So my wolf lives.
Yep. So that went pretty well for you. You had to overkill Vraska in order to get it dead.
Yeah.
But Planeswalkers are so powerful, it's usually worth it, and you didn't lose any creatures.
Yep.
So
Cool.
there you go.
Is that the end of your turn?
I believe it is.
Excellent. I shall pick up.
Yes, for other people who come on our show, if you're not a newcomer to Magic, you may not get quite as much help from the dead player. We'll see how that goes.
I shall play
I'm a special case.
Swamp.
Oh,
I'm special.
in many ways.
Yes. Cool. Awesome sauce. Right. So.
He says awesome sauce. He means rage.
He's quaking in his boots. I've got him exactly where I want him.
Yeah. To be fair, that 6/9 Death Touch is quite unpleasant. As long as he doesn't have some clever removal spell. Oh, that's a lot of tapping.
Awesome these and play this giant Adderphage.
Okay, so 7/7 Trampler.
Yep. Of course he does have some sickness.
So that won't. If you blocked that and he didn't have any combat tricks, that would die and yours wouldn't, because it's a 6/9 with Death Touch. But you may have some clever combat tricks.
Yeah.
You might do.
You know.
Yep.
But
Anyways, cool. Anyway, so I shall pass the turn to Toby.
Okay.
Tapping time.
Okay, well, guess what, folks? I picked up another swamp.
Ooh.
Oh,
This-
mana flooded.
Toby,
Deck has not
I
been well
think you're
shuffled.
being swamped by the
Oh!
Right, where were we?
There's going to be more of that.
Some of which will be edited out for.
There'll just be a jump. There'll just be a continuity jump. I'm afraid the terrible joke quotient has been overreached.
You're both looking slightly
No
annoyed
more
afterwards.
allowed.
I've got
No
a small
more.
smile on my
No more.
face. That wasn't shocking.
Small,
Just because
dirty
you say it
smile.
when you play the shock card.
That's it.
Cool. You the end of your turn.
Yes.
Excellent. Untap.
Because of the 1/2 Death Touch.
Yeah, I don't want to risk
Don't want to lose any of your team.
my precious Gorgon.
Until you can pull something significant. You can top deck something significant. Now we have the 2-player board store.
Yep. I shall tap this swamp and play this Slitherhead. And pass the turn to Toby.
How exciting. Oh, for goodness sake.
How many lands are in this deck?
24,
I think I had
believe.
like 15 or 16 swamps altogether.
Okay, but in total
But they're not
lands, is it 24 or?
I can't remember.
I don't think if you
It's all
changed it,
that.
I don't think you probably have.
No.
I'm pretty sure it's 24 because that's how most of them
You're
are
just
shit.
you're just being
Yeah.
really unlucky.
I am.
Drawing.
Whereas I could really
Right.
do with a land.
Yeah.
There's nothing I want to do.
You were like, cool.
You're just going to
Nice
wait
one.
till you top deck something or
Basically,
Sam
yes.
attacks.
I'm playing the waiting game.
Ding, ding,
Cool.
ding, ding, ding,
I
da-da-da-da.
shall play this swamp. Yeah. And then I shall attack you with these three.
So what has changed as he's suddenly attacking?
I don't know. What has changed?
Oh, I don't know. Right, well, I'll block your
Don't
Dead
get
Bridge
used to.
Goliath
Mm-hmm.
with my keepsake Gorgon.
Cool.
He's not attacking with the 7/7. It doesn't tap when it blocks. That's
No.
a really significant thing.
Okay.
Because there are some shenanigans you can do when you've blocked something, and then you can tap to activate an effect, and it works. So
Okay.
Cool. Nothing else?
I'll block your Deadly Recluse with one of my wolves.
Cool.
And then...
Slitherhead he wants in the graveyard. Remember
However, do you want to suffer the 1 damage?
the one terrible
I think I
damage
could-
when you want 17 life.
I could probably take the hit.
Cool.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll take
Cool.
it.
So
That puts me down to 16.
it resolves.
Does
Does my Dead Bridge Goliath... Does that die? I believe my Dead Bridge Goliath dies, but I believe that's all right,
Fine.
isn't
I
it?
don't think... Yeah, because it's
Because it's got to
5.
sort the wolves alive, yeah. So yeah.
So it's now after the wolf dies, it will be a 5/8,
and
it's
it
been-
happens simultaneously anyway.
and it's been the damage will stay on it, so it's
That's
dropping. So it's been done 5, 6, 7. It's been done 7 damage.
And it's got...
And it's 8 toughness.
Yep.
So that will die. These will die.
And I take 1 damage, which
Yes.
I've already done.
And will the Gorgon die, or...?
Well, no, because it was
That'd be 1, won't it?
it was 6/9. Yep. And
Uh-huh.
it's now 5/8.
I'll say
And
my
it's-
2 creatures die.
Yep.
So
I think there might have been a miscalculation there.
You'd think that.
He's gonna scavenge it
no, I
on the
think it
7/7.
I think
No, I'm not. I'm going to have these 3. And then these 5. This for green. And I'm playing this Gaze of Granite, which destroys each non-land permanent with converted mana cost X or less.
What is X? What
X
does
is
it mean?
5.
So that's 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4.
That's
That doesn't
0.
have a mana cost. That's that. That's this. And that's 5, 6, 7. Not the only non-land thing that survives is this.
You horrible, horrible
So that's
boy.
a 1, 2, 3. That's a 4 for 1. No, 4 for 2. 'cause
No,
you
that's
lost
dead.
something. Oh yeah, yeah.
It's 5 mana or less.
Ugh.
Ow. Yeah. If the game goes on long enough, he's got one of those in his main deck.
Blimey.
Yep, cool.
Gaze
And
of Granite is quite
off you go,
quite
Toby.
a vicious board sweep.
Oh, great. Well, at least I've got something decent, like a forest.
Hey!
at least you weren't getting swamped this time.
Yeah.
Well, you've got a couple of turns to draw something.
Yeah. What does...
Have you got anything with Death Touch other than that guy in your deck?
No, there's nothing I can do.
Oh dear.
Is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
Now, unfortunately, you guys are probably going to kick
I
my
warned you
butt.
about Sam. I warned you.
The only reason why you're not currently here going, mill me, come on, yeah, I like it, is because we defeated you early on. Otherwise, we'd be getting screwed. Right, I shall pick up. Interesting. I shall scavenge this Slitherhead onto the Giant Haddophage. And I shall attack you, so it deals 8 damage. And could I borrow some creature tokens, please, Tom?
Ooh, you get some. Oh, you copy it.
Yep.
What?
So every time it deals combat damage to a player, I get a token that's a copy of Giant Haddophage,
So now has 2 7/7s.
which will also have the same effect, the same ability, so they'll then become 4. Cool, so you take 7, yep, cool. And then I tap these 4. I'm not going to gloat because you guys will kick my butt next time. I guarantee that will be an alliance, an unholy alliance between you two. And I play that Dead Tree last.
The bee sting.
Off you
Right.
What did you top deck?
Was it a nuke? Tell me it wasn't a Gaze of Granite. Oh, man, Gaze of Granite in your deck would be amazing. I'll have to get you some.
It wasn't Gaze of Granite.
Thank goodness.
That's actually pretty nice. Okay,
Yeah, damn it.
so one,
I really hate this win.
2, 3 colourless,
Uh-huh.
1 black.
Uh-huh.
Mark to the return. Return
Oh.
up to 2 target creatures
Oh.
cards from your graveyard to your hand.
Nice.
Nice.
So-
Presumably the one with Death Touch is coming back.
Yes, so I'm going to go for the old Keepsake Gorgon there.
Mhm.
And anything else?
And
Presumably something.
I think it's going to be the...
There's not a lot of choice for the other creature. I think there's only one other creature.
It's a
isn't
shame that's
there?
not permanent, otherwise that'd be
No,
amazing.
there's 2 other creatures. There's either that guy or...
Yeah, so it's...
Well, bear in mind, these things have trample, so the more toughness your creature has, the less damage you take. So the 2/4 might be better than the 3/1.
Yes, and yeah.
Cool.
Well
Okay.
said. Okay, and then I...
You're gonna
You've got enough
cast.
mana
Can you
to
can you
castle.
cast both of them?
hang on.
If you're really devious here, you could play it and then make it monstrous and destroy
I
something.
think I actually can.
Nice.
Oh,
So, hang on.
that's the better play than playing both of them, definitely.
Right, so there's one black,
Mhm.
Yep.
3 colourless.
Yep.
Out comes the return center.
And assuming that's targeting on me, but you can
Oh,
target
hang
on
on.
yourself.
Are you? So you're playing the Centaur as well. You can afford to pay for the Centaur and the Gorgon and make it monstrous in the same turn.
Oh, not make it monstrous.
Making it monstrous might be more key than destroying something than...
Feel free to take it back. I mean, but you may not have enough mana anyway, to be honest.
It's up to you.
Oh, of course, because then it destroys things.
Yes,
Ah,
yes,
stupid,
yes.
Stupid boy. Right, okay.
Okay, so
Right,
you've tapped enough mana. You've tapped 4 mana there.
The mana
Yeah.
stays in the pool.
So
Yeah.
that goes back into my hand.
Yeah.
So, sorry, how many did I tap? 4?
Yes.
So, there's 2 more.
5.
Sorry, I only need 1 more.
Yep.
5. Yep.
Keepsake Gorgon.
Cool, then
And how much did it cost a monstrous?
Did
7?
I already tap those?
Good question. So you tap 4 for the March of the Returned.
Because you cast much of the turn this turn as well,
Yeah.
so you might still have
It's
to
March of
cast
the
the
Return
Centaur.
4. Yeah, cool. So if we separate them out, so there's 4 for March of the Return, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's 5 for the Gorgon, so that's 5.
Yeah.
And then you would need another...
another 7.
And that's you've only got 4 there.
So I guess you are casting the Centaur after all.
Yeah, so I'll do the
Okay.
center. and the
But it's
center.
always worth checking your
Yeah,
most
definitely.
powerful effect.
Yes. Good thinking. I have much to learn.
Uh,
Okay, there's
Are you
the return.
targeting me or yourself? You, to honestly, might be worth targeting yourself because I could just put something in the graveyard which I can then scavenge. To be honest, but it's
Make
up to
something
you.
bigger. It
But
might be worth
equally, it
doing
could be a
that
gaze
yourself.
of granite, so it's entirely up to you.
Yes. I will. No, I'll target you. with-
Cool. So that's 4. 1, excellent. 2, 3, 4. Cool. So that's 1 Golgari Charm, Swamp, Forest, and Deadbridge Goliath. So I shall scavenge that later. Cool. Is that the end of your turn?
I believe it is, sir.
Excellent. Untap, 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 pick up. Well, it seems a little bit harsh, but
On the other hand, I don't care.
on the other hand, I'm scared. I shall tap these 3
You're
and
scared.
putrefy that, which means I destroy it and it can't be regenerated.
I did my best.
Yeah, I told you he was a
And
threat.
I shall attack you with everything, which I believe is game.
So we did just lose tape there. We ran out of tape just at the end. So what happened is Sam putrefied the death touch thing because he is a very, very bad man.
Very bad.
And so that was the end with great big 7/7s crashing in and with no effective way to defend against them. So that's the end of game 1. So well done, Sam.
And now I should be ganged
Well
up
played.
upon. Hooray!
Yes, you
Yes.
better look forward to it.
Yeah.
What you also missed is 2.5 minutes of Toby crying.
And us
consoled.
consoling
Many
him.
tears. Yeah. I think we put the box of Kleenex somewhere over
Yeah.
there.
It might come out again. You know. I'm feeling pretty fragile.
Well, to be fair, you did slaughter me very effectively.
Yeah.
With a
true.
little bit of help from Sam, but that was a pretty big knife you stuck in my back there. So
You did say backstabbing was what you wanted.
You've got that to be proud of, at least.
I'm just, I'm stressing the politics. Of it,
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
That's the sauce.
we'll get ready to move on to game 2. Oh, you can't do that again.
Do you know what?
That cannot.
I'm deaf to all external voices.
That dies.